Welcome, my peace, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk about Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 8, Episode 5. Bad reputation. Who got the bad reputation? Is it Mariah Lynn? Is it Sophia the Body? Is it Dream Doll? Is it Bianca? Is it Bree? Is it Jonathan? Is it, Trent? Is it Rich Dollars? Like, there's a lot of bad reputations going on. So, anyways, we start off with still at James R video shoot or whatever for his video release party or whatever. So James R and Jacquay, they actually sit down and talk. Cause Self kind of mediated that situation. He can mediate situations between men, but women he just can't for some reason. So anyways, he mediates that situation, and Jacquay was like, "I salute you, sir, for taking Sophia the Body off my hand. You gave you bought buying her bags, luggage." He said you took that luggage off of my hands, and then on top of that, you brought her dogs and things like that, and bags, and now she has a place to stay and she's living with you. So Jacquay was like, "Yo, it ain't no hard feelings or whatever." And so, James R, he goes into, his confession. It was like, it's Sophia the Body's fault. She's responsible for us being mad at each other because it's the way that she moves. But yet, James had kind of threw it out there to, Jacquay, that Sophia the Body was coming on to him and trying to get with him. He was pursuing her when she told him that she had a man, but she should have really stopped him dead in his tracks and told Jacquay about the video or that opportunity she thought was an opportunity or whatever, because she didn't even show up to the video release party because she knew it was going to be nothing but drama, because she knew James R, hashtag everybody the address and the location to come there. So anyway, she was like, "I'm not coming. I'm not getting. You're not gonna slaughter my name anymore." And I'm not trying to get into Mariah Lynn. So anyways, James R and Jacquay, basically they make up, or not make up, but they have no beef among each other, so they can leave the situation and have no beef. And James R just putting it out there like Sophia the Body threw herself at him, but he was throwing himself and putting it on heavy. But if you're in a relationship and you really want to be with that person, nothing no one else could tempt you with could have you, be disloyal to your partner. By basically, she said she wasn't going to do music videos anymore, and she did a music video. And as soon as she thought that would be a good look for her, a good opportunity, she should have went and told Jacquay. He heard it from everybody in the streets except for her. And so then Mariah Lynn, she shows up to the party. She's flaunting her new breast or whatever. And James R was like, "Oh, I like your new access. I see what you got. I see what you got going on, huh?" And so she was like, "I'm really trying to hear it." And then he's like, "Yo, I don't even know why Mariah Lynn's here, because the last time I tried to make up with her, she threw bird seeds at me." I was like, "Yeah, Mariah Lynn did do that." And so Mariah Lynn was like, "Where's your fire crotch at?" Why she call her fire crotch? Is that something that we don't know? Is that an underlying joke that we don't know about? So, anyways, he was like, "I don't know where she's at." And then, Mariah Lynn was like, "James, are you disloyal?" And all this other stuff. Basically, she said, "You're disloyal. You're like head and shoulders." I don't know. Then she walks off, and then she throws the ice on the ground. She was like, I'm putting you on ice. B word. You're frozen." So I was like, "Okay, Mariah Lynn." So we get Yandy. Yandy meets up with, Remy Ma. Basically, they're doing donations to families that have been affected by like hurricanes and national disasters. And basically, they're trying to do that thing. And then they end up talking about Juju. They haven't seen Juju. They don't know what's going on with her. So they want to, come through her crib, surprise her, and see what's up with her. Yandy wants to sleep over there. And Remy Ma was like, "I want to go home. I don't know what you're talking about." Look at Mariah Lynn kick. Oop, right off that picnic table. She should be a ninja. So anyways, so they're gonna meet up with Juju, and so then Yandy throws it out there. Maybe she got a bun in the oven or whatever. So they're gonna check out Juju and see what's up with her, because she hasn't been in the mix or whatever. So I was like, okay. And so we get Rich Dollars and Anais. They meet up, and basically they want to meet up with Navarro and Ashley to talk about their relationship, to let them know what's going on. And so Navarro comes through, and Navarro was like, "Yo, I can't manage Anais' life. Only thing I can do is manage her professional life. That's about it." And Rich wants to come to let everybody know what's going on, because he don't want to do it in the dark. Well, the husband should have been there. Ruben should have been there. So anyways, Ashley comes through, and Ashley is already like, I don't even want to sit here. I don't want to be next to Rich Dollaz. Like, yo, once you find your own woman, once you find your own wife, like, you're forever going to be single. You don't have good intentions for Anais. Basically she's throwing it out there that Rich is basically a scumbag in her opinion. And she probably already knows Anais is a scumbag as well. But like, for him to be parading Anais around knowing that she's married, and Anais to be parading Rich around knowing that, she's married. So, Ashley was like, yo, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't care what you gotta say. And she's just basically just straight up dissing Rich. And Rich is like, you better watch your mouth, you better watch what you say to me or whatever. So Rich, he gets up and he leaves the situation because, he's not gonna pull the wool over Ashley's eyes. Like, this is okay. Like, I don't need to meet up with you for you to let me know that you're sleeping with a married woman. Like, go find your own woman, go find your own wife, and all this other stuff. And so basically she's not hearing it. And that served Rich right. Like, Rich shouldn't think that people are going to be okay with the situation. Maybe Navarro is okay with the situation, but it's all going to come back and blow up in their face, especially if they're part of this situation with Ruben, because we don't have no idea how Ruben's going to come out, how he's going to feel betrayed, and how he's going to react. And let's just say, like, these scenes are real. We're just going to pretend like they're real. So anyways, and then Ashley, Rich leaves, and Ashley's getting upset because when she arrived to the table, she kissed everybody else, but I don't think she kissed Rich. She might have, maybe she did, but she didn't kiss Navarro at all. And she's upset with Navarro, and she's telling Navarro that she knows that he's cheating on her. And he was like, what are you talking about? And then she throws water in his face twice. She mushes him, and then Anais get in and she breaks it up. And, Ashley was like, I know I shouldn't have went off in front of, the client. Well, Anais is like family. Both of the two sisters come after her, come after Anais. She's always around. Like, to me, they act like they're family, but, dysfunctional. So, Navarro, he don't feel good. He was like, yo, I just been faithful. And Navarro, you better not be cheating at all, because I give you kudos for being the first black public defender and some city in New Jersey. I don't know if it's Hackensack. I don't know. It's some city. But anyways, and then you're an entertainment lawyer and you're putting your people on. So I really, I just hope you're not cheating, because I was like, oh, you're such a good guy. So anyways, he said he's not cheating. He's not doing any of that or whatever. And so Ashley just walks away and she leaves, and, Navarro's just sitting there. Navarro be going through some things, because when he was cutting the ribbon ceremony, there was drama going on with Ashley and her sister, and Anais with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's sister. So it was just like drama. So, anyways, she like mushed them all up in the face, and she threw water on him. She was like, I was going through your phone and all this other stuff. Like, yo, sometimes when you go to somebody's phone, you're going to find out things that you don't want to find out. Sometimes things may look a certain way, but they might not even be, because then later on we get that, Navarro goes home, and, Ashley's like fake packing. She's packing documents. I guess documents is more important than anything. And so basically she tells, Navarro that he's been deleting calls from this girl every time he turns around. And he was like, yeah, I was planning a spa for you. I was planning something special for you. He was like, you're so jealous, you're so insecure, you're so nosy. That I couldn't even do that. And now you're taking it the wrong way. Now you think I was doing something and I wasn't. And she was like, this is how you're going to treat your future baby mama. So basically she's pregnant or whatever. So now we know that Ashley's pregnant. So that's probably why she's been slacking off the job, because she's pregnant, probably going through morning sickness and probably having all types of different emotions going on. And basically, seeing these texts, like, so maybe she's hyperactive thinking that something's going on, but it's really not. It's just her hormones. So hopefully Navarro's not cheating. So Navarro leaves the house, he walks out. So we'll find out. But she still got her job. She's not actually fired. But, maybe now we know what was going on. She was just too busy throwing up and being sick. That's why she couldn't, come to work on time, or she wasn't, getting back to people in a timely fashion. So it is what it is. And I was like, damn, I'm so glad Ashley it wasn't cheating or doing any type of narcotics. She's just pregnant. So that's cool or whatever. And then Navarro already takes care of his kids, and they're business partners and they're lovers at the same damn time. So hopefully they can work out and get back on the same page and make that money and get it together, because he seems like he's very career goal type of person. Like, he really wants to be successful, and he wants to bring whoever came up with him. That's the type of person he seems like he is. So anyways, then we get to, DJ Self, he meets up with Peter Gunz. It was good to see Peter Gunz on this show. I was watching him on Marriage Boot Camp or whatever. So Peter Gunz is on this. Peter Gunz and Rich and DJ Self, they meet up basically, and they're talking about Mariah Lynn, and they're talking about, Dream Doll's career basically. And they're saying that, DJ Self feels that Mariah Lynn fell off or whatever. And, Rich is making, DJ Self actually, say who's on top, who's on not, who do you prefer to work with or not, basically holding, what's his name, DJ Self to the fire, basically. Like, so what is it? So basically DJ Self saying that, Dream Doll career is popping now. She's on some list on iTunes or whatever. Her music's doing good. We're not hearing nothing from Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn is not hustling like she's supposed to. Dream Doll came in and she's doing this, she's doing that, she's hungry and all this other stuff basically. And he was like, Mariah Lynn's gonna feel like I didn't do nothing for her. Well, why would you say that? Because if you did something for her and you was there for her, the first thing you wouldn't say is you wouldn't even think that she would even be conscious to say that you didn't do nothing for her unless you really wasn't doing nothing for her. But anyways, I digress. So I don't know, DJ Self, I think he basically, he feels like, Dream Doll is popping. I haven't seen, DJ Self on the Breakfast Club with Mariah Lynn, but I seen DJ Self on the Breakfast Club with Dream Doll a while back when she got kicked off of, Bad Girls Club or whatever. And he put Dream Doll, in Safari's way so Safari and Dream Doll can work together. So why did he put, Safari and, Mariah Lynn way so they can work together or whatever? So it seems like, he does have some favoritism because, people are going to go with what's hot, what's bringing them in money. And so I guess he's feeling like Dream Doll or Chucky Doll, whatever you want to call her. And so then we get Trent and Jonathan. They meet up at the restaurant. So basically Trent admits to being, out there sleeping around, whoring around on Grindr, showing his penis everywhere. He admits he have a sex addiction, but he doesn't have that addiction anymore. He admits he's been sleeping with everybody in the Bronx and Manhattan and all over the place or whatever. And then he goes, but Jonathan, you haven't been honest either. You are married. And he was like, he was like, you're addicted to being married because, Jonathan said that, it's complicated. He was like, yeah, okay, it's complicated that you're married to, Jonah or whatever. He was like, you're addicted to just like you addicted to getting married, I'm addicted to having sex. I was like, no excuse. So basically Jonathan is upset because his cover was blown, and he feels like, how dare you come out here and throw my dirt up in the streets when my dirt is not as bad as your dirt. You're out here having sex for all types of people. And Trent was like, you just mad because you wasn't down there doing it to me. I was like, well, it sounds like they had no type of relationship. Jonathan was in the dark about everything. And then, also Jonathan is not 100% off the hook, though, because he was married. If you really wanted a serious relationship, you would have been honest to tell this guy that you was married, basically, up front. Like, I'm married, but we're separated at this point. And, Trent never wanted a relationship with Jonathan. Jonathan was just good for sex, good for pay, good for money, good for a dinner, good for going out, good for a place to crash. Basically, that's how Trent seen Jonathan. That's how that relationship was. And so it is what it is. Jonathan got fiery mad, trying to beat him up, trying to fight him and all this other stuff, but security was in the way, so that did not happen. And then we get, Trent has the nerve to go to Jonathan's house with a rose. So might want to talk to him. I don't even know why Jonathan came down the stairs. I wouldn't have came down the stairs. Your penis is all over Grindr. Everybody knows it. And so Jonathan and Trent, Trent brings him a flower, a rose or whatever, and basically the relationship's over. Trent was thinking he can still fit in where he get in, still squeeze in where he fits in or whatever, thinking that Jonathan is crazy in love with him, that they can still have this go on. And so Jonathan was like, Jonathan was like, yo, out here sleeping with everybody in Manhattan and the Bronx, and he was like, yo, don't be accusing me of being a whore, and don't be throwing up my business, because if you don't like it, then you don't have to look at it. Get the hell out of here, basically. So it seems like, Jonathan's kind of slow, or he wanted to see if his game was tight enough to keep Jonathan stringing along. And Trent realized, okay, Jonathan really wanted a real relationship. Like, he thought that we was having a relationship. I thought we was just next flexing and chilling. And so now he realized that Jonathan wanted more. Like, how did he not realize? Jonathan's always calling you, begging to spend time with you, asking you why you ain't calling him and all this other stuff. And Jonathan Jonathan just like, yo, you slanging dishes and you slanging penis all the way around Manhattan and the Bronx. And so Jonathan was like, okay. And Trent was like, okay, they hug and they say goodbye, but I know it won't be the last of them two. Something's going to happen. Either Trent's going to come on the show with somebody else, Jonathan's going to try to meet up with somebody else, and then Trent's going to come in. Something's going to happen with that situation. I'll be surprised if it's just that cut and dry. I was like, whoa, he's addicted to sex, so I don't know. He needs to go to that same club that Halle Berry's first husband went to. Eric Bonet, I think. So I was like, damn. But Jonathan being married, so Jonathan just wants to be in a loving relationship. He just wants to be loved. He just wants to have a relationship, but he doesn't know how to pick the right people or do the right research or realize when they're showing different behaviors that, hey, I ain't the only one. This dude don't really want to be bothered with me. If they don't call you back, they don't spend time with you, you don't know where they at. It'll tell you that you just neck flexing and chilling, basically. And so Jonathan needs to go get divorced before he wants to get into a serious relationship with somebody else. Ain't gonna take that, you being married and all this other good stuff. Everybody ain't like Anais and Richie. People respect, marriage vows, out here in these streets sometimes. So anyways, we get James R. He meets up with, Sophia the Body, and basically he's upset with Sophia the Body because she left him hanging at the video shoot. She didn't come through because she had other shit to do. And basically, you wasn't gonna put her out there to look stupid. And he was like, I wasn't trying to make you look stupid. I was trying to make you look like the queen. You was a queen of the shoot or whatever. He was like, nah, I knew everybody. She was like, nah, I knew everybody was gonna come through and be there or whatever. And so he was like, yo, you foul, yo, you ain't loyal. I gave you a place to stay, gave you an apartment. You got your dog. I took care of the dog and all this other stuff. Yo, I thought we had something going on. How you gonna leave me hanging? And she was like, yo, I regret even kissing you. I still got feelings for Jacquay, and she straight dissed James R. But that attitude that she had with James R. just then, she should have had that attitude before and dissed James R. and put him in his place from Jump Street, where he couldn't run around town and talking to Draft or whatever, talking about, oh, I met Sophia the Body, she's gonna do a video with me, we had chemistry. Because basically James R. was running around telling people the story, and as soon as Sophia the Body got into a fight with Mariah Lynn, she should have ran over there and told Jacquay, because Mariah Lynn is Bianca's like best friend, and Bianca and James R. grew up together. So you should have told him straight up, and it would have probably been different, because she knows James R. James R. is all about their attention. They're both about attention, so whatever. So she was like, did you defend me when he was talking about me? Because, James R. had to throw, Jacquay into the bus, like, you were luggage, you was this. He gave me salute or whatever. Just like he went over there and said, like he told Jacquay that Sophia the Body was all over him. So he gets every story that he says mixed up on purpose. And so she was like, you didn't even defend me or whatever? And he was like, defend you for what? I told him that, yo, like, I care for you. I didn't hear you say that. So, but I could be wrong. And so anyways, Sophia the Body walks off and she was like, I'm good. I'm done. I was like, I can't play these games. I thought you was corny from Jump Street, and I still think you're corny. And Jacquay was a better prospect for me than you. And so she walks away. James R. throws a drink at her. She throws her drink back. So that's over. We'll see what happens. I'm like, damn. So I know James R. wish he would have kept his mouth closed. I probably wish he would have hooked up with got back with Mariah Lynn and did their thing. Whatever, my lip gloss just dropped. My lip gloss just dropped. So anyways, Mariah Lynn, she meets up with DJ Self at the car wash, talking about, hey, listen, what's going on with my career? Things ain't popping off or whatever. And she was like, yo, you're not putting in work for me and all this other stuff. She said she's out here hustling. She's doing everything. She feels like, his attention's elsewhere. And she was like, yo, I wanted to go to BET Awards. And he was like, and she was like, I didn't get an invitation, but you went with another Gwen in order. And then Self was like, yo, because she called me and she was going to buy her own ticket. Basically, Self is kind of like put it out there like Mariah Lynn can't buy her own ticket. But damn, if you're promoting her, won't you want her on the BET carpets? So he's with Dream Doll. So I think he's going towards Dream Doll more because maybe he wants her to be like Cardi B or whatever. Or maybe he wants to put her in that lane because, DJ Self missed the boat on, Cardi B. So anyways, Self is just like, yo, your problem is you in so much drama, whatever. You in this drama, you in that drama, you need to focus on the music. Yeah, she's in drama, but she ain't doing no music. She ain't in the studio. And last she was in the studio, supposed to be doing a feature with Remy Ma, so that's cool or whatever. And he was like, yo, you went to go get your breast done. You should have been not focused on your music. Well, the part of her getting her career up in her mind, she thinks that she has to fit an image. So she went to go get her breast done, just like Dream Doll got her ass done. And Dream Doll's ass looks so heavy to carry every day. Oh my God, it looks so heavy. But if you go to, what's her name, Ashley, Navarro's girlfriend, her butt is bigger than, Dream Doll, but her butt is natural, so it fits her hips, it fits her thighs, it fits her legs. It fits. You can tell, like her right there, her butt goes with her body weight. You know what I mean? So it's even off where her body can carry it correctly. But the way Dream Doll butt look in the park, I was like, damn, that shit looks like it hurts to carry around. And just my opinion, I'm not a man, I'm a woman, so guys see things differently. So I hope I said that right. I'm not a man, I'm a woman. I hope I said that right. So anyways, we get to Juju house. Remy Ma and Yandy shows up. Basically, they find out that, Juju broke up with Cameron. We know they broke up. It's over. It's done. And basically, she didn't want to bother none of her friends with the info because they're going through their thing or whatever. So it is what it is. And, so basically they're going to sleep over and try to make her feel better about herself. And Juju was like, I don't know where to go from here. I was with him for 10 years. So now it's kind of like starting over. And she was like, I don't have a husband. I don't have any kids and this and that. And so Remy Ma was like, it's going to happen. Don't worry. You don't have it yet. So cool. So hopefully she gets everything that she desires. And so then we move on to Dream Doll, Bree, DJ Self in the studio. Basically, DJ Self wants to talk to Dream Doll about, mending fists with Mariah Lynn, making up and all this other stuff. Dream Doll was like, oh, I don't really want to. DJ Self was like, yo, she feels like she's falling off. She's not getting much look. She's not getting much likes or whatever. So maybe, you guys working together, or maybe you shouting her out or letting everybody know that you're working for the same team. It'll help her out because right now, she's fading away in the shadow. So Dream Doll was like, yes, I'll do that. And then DJ Self was like, yo, Safari, I heard you're going to be working with Mariah Lynn. And Dream Doll was like, I can't believe that F&B is working with my man. I don't want her working with Safari, who she thinks she is, and all this other stuff. And Safari was like, ain't you guys under the same umbrella? Ain't you guys on the same boat? Like, what's good? And so that's when DJ Self was like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're on the same boat. They are working together. But I don't understand why females that... This has happened like on two shows, but the other couple was married. And that was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But how does Dream Doll think that she can tell who Self can work with or not? Safari can work with whoever he wants to. And I don't think that you guys are exclusive or in a relationship because he hasn't even introduced you to his mom yet. And he's trying to hold off on that. And if he's a producer and he's out here in the entertainment business, he's going to work with males and females. So who are you to tell him who he can't work with? What about if Safari, you're supposed to work with, DJ Clue and Safari said no, or a producer like Just Blaze or whatever, and Safari said no? How would you feel about that situation? You know what I mean? Especially when it's about money, it's about business. So we'll see what happens with that situation. I just thought that was flawed and that was like little girl like. But anyways, it is what it is. The other couple that didn't want her husband to work with another woman at the time, it was only because she wanted him to focus on her album. So anyways, let's move on from that. So Safari was like, okay, whatever. I'm like, damn. And so then we get Dream Doll. She meets up with Mariah Lynn. Mariah Lynn's dressed to fight. So is Dream Doll. They're both dressed to fight. Dream Doll is like showing her muscles, like showing her legs, her body strength, whatever. But that ass looked heavy. I'm trying to tell you. So anyways, basically it goes left. It just gets negative. It just get negative basically because they started bringing up Bianca. They started bringing up Brie. And so it just goes left. And so basically, Dream Doll just told her how she feels. She was like, yo, you need to stay out of other people's business. I only met up with you because Self want me to meet up with your bum broke ass. You ain't got no money. You don't even pay your cost as having him as a manager. You don't even pay your 25%. Mariah Lynn was like, get it right. It's 15%. Like, damn, Self, are you telling her all this business or she just making this up as she go? That's her right there. Miss Nightmare. So, or are you telling her this or whatever? So she was like, Self feels he wants to drop you. He don't want to work with you. Like, damn. So is that letting the cat out the bag or whatever? So is this the way that, DJ Self is going to gracefully or horribly let Mariah go, trying to make it seem like she has a bad reputation? She can't get along with people. She can't get along with birds, people that really don't matter. Mariah Lynn can get along with producers, business people, partners. Just because she's not getting along with females that you're putting her next to that have an attitude already, and she has attitude, but she's professional. She comes to work to Love and Hip Hop all the time. She's always here. She's always showing up. She's in the studio trying to work. She's trying to fix her body up or whatever. So it's like I think normal people will have problems with like Major Galore or Dream Doll. Like a lot of people will have problems like working with them unless they are male and attracted to them. So anyways, moving on from that. So she was talking mad junk, and so then that's when she said your mother, and she said, and some Mariah Lynn was like, my mother. Mariah Lynn jumps over, gets on top of the picnic table with her leg out like she's playing Sega Genesis or she's playing Mortal Kombat, and she kicks her leg out and she's just trying to jump on her. Mariah Lynn said she did kick her in the chin. I don't know, but security guards came in and broke it up or whatever, make sure they didn't touch each other. And so that's when Mariah Lynn was like, I'm working with Safari. Safari was on my live, and originally I was supposed to be working him, but I told him that I wanted to work with me and you, work with him together to do a song together or whatever. But now I'm going to say after that, I'm going to take your man, and plus he was on my live, so whatever. And she was like, whatever. So we'll see what happens with that situation. I was like, damn. And so then, Mariah Lynn was like, I got a feature from, Remy Ma. Who do you got a feature from? You got a feature from somebody that's whack or whatever. So we'll see what happens. We see, Ruben is going to come next episode, and I hope he comes next episode and put, Anais and Rich Dollars in their place. That'll be cool. And I hope Safari dumps and stop messing with Dream Doll, because she's going to be telling Safari that since he ain't doing his business or he's lacking, she done found somebody else. She's posting another dude. So we'll see what happens with that situation. I'm like, okay. Anyways, peace and more, one love.